Hey guys, welcome back to this Flutter app development series where we are creating that wallpaper app which no one wants. In the last video I added this download wallpaper button in wallpaper gallery using which users can download wallpapers to local storage. And now if we go to home page and select any of the category, it opens up this category wallpaper view. And on clicking on any of these wallpapers, we are directly asked where we want to set this wallpaper. This feels kind of odd. So in this video I'll make some changes to open wallpaper gallery similar to what happens when we click on wallpapers from all images page. First of all, I'll change this collection name from wallpapers to wallpapers_2 because this new collection contains wallpapers with their names. Then next you can see that we have these lines to find out wallpaper documents which match the current category. But now we have the wallpaper model class which takes care of these hard-coded field strings. I'll write wallpaper equal to get wallpapers of current category. This method will need list of all the document snapshots that we get from Firestore. And now let's create this method. First I'll make the return type of this method as list of wallpapers. For wallpaper we need to import the model/wallpaper.dart file. Now in this function I'll first create an empty list of wallpaper and then return this list. And then in between these lines, I loop over all the documents inside this input document list using for each. Let's change this element to document. And for each document, I'll create a wallpaper object using the from document snapshot constructor. Then if the category of this new wallpaper object matches with current category, which is widget.category, I'll add this wallpaper in the list that we are returning. This effectively means that all wallpapers of current category will get added to this list being returned. Now we can go ahead and delete these lines, and all the places where category documents list was being used, I will use wallpapers list. And to get URL, I can use the URL member from wallpaper class. And now if I save this code and try clicking on wallpapers or changing category, it will still work. Now the next thing is to open up wallpaper gallery instead of directly bringing up the set as options. For that I'll first remove this call to set wallpaper from on tap of ink response. Now to open the wallpaper gallery view, I'll write navigator.off context.push. In this push method I'll create a new material page route. Builder of this route will be a function that takes context as input and returns a new wallpaper gallery widget. For wallpaper gallery, we need to specify two arguments, a wallpaper list and index of initial page. The first one will be the wallpapers list that we just generated, and second argument will be index of current item in list view. And now if I save this code and click on any of the wallpaper, it will open up wallpaper gallery view. And you can see that download wallpaper is also working. Now let's change how this list of wallpapers appear. First, I'll wrap this cache network image in a container widget. This container will have decoration property of type shape decoration. Shape decoration needs a shape property which I'll set as rounded rectangular border. And then I'll set the border radius property of this shape as border radius.circular with a value of 20. Then next, I'll set the image property of shape decoration as decoration image. An image property of decoration image will be a cache network image provider. This is where I'll display the wallpapers. I'll cut and paste the code to get wallpaper URL from cache network image in cache network image provider. And now I can completely remove this child property of container. If I save this code now, everything will disappear. And to actually see the wallpapers, I'll set the height property of this container as 200. And if I save this, we can see the wallpapers again, but now all of them are of uneven sizes. So I'll set the fit property of decoration image as boxfit.cover so that these wallpapers cover all the available space. And now you can see that we have all the wallpapers taking up same amount of space and they have nice rounded corners. Next, I'll use the child property of container. This will again be a container and child of this container will be a row widget. In this row, I want to display the name of wallpaper and a button to mark the wallpaper as favorite. So in the children list property of this row, I'll first add a text widget. Text for this will be wallpaper.element at index name. I'll also add the style property to change font size, font style and font weight. And then the second item in this row will be an icon button. Icon property of this icon button will be favorite_border. And the onPressed will be an empty callback function for now. And let's add a to-do note here. So if I save this, you can see the favorite icon button right next to wallpaper name. I'll set the main axis alignment of row widget to main axis alignment dot space between, so that the text and icon button get separated with empty space in between them. Next, I'll set the color property of this container to use a color that is opposite to current theme data's caption color. If I save this code, you can see that we get a nice translucent color for this container. And if I try to switch the theme, the color of this container will change appropriately. But I don't want this inner container to take the whole area of parent container. I'll wrap it in a align widget, and I'll set the alignment property of this widget as alignment.bottom center. And as you can see, now the inner container only takes up the bottom part of parent container. I'll set the padding property of this inner container to have some symmetric offsets horizontally and vertically, so that the text and icon button do not appear to be sticking to the edges. This looks better. Now one thing that you might have noticed is bottom left and bottom right corners of inner container will remain sharp. This becomes more apparent when I switch to dark mode. So to fix this, I'll go to parent container, and here I'll set the clip behavior as clip.hardEdge. And now the edges are rounded again. And now we have a decent UI for all images, home and category wallpapers. One thing I noticed in main.dart is that now the title property of bottom navigation bar item is being deprecated. And Flutter team asks us to use label property instead. So I'll change title to label, and then I'll change all the text widgets to simple strings. And this should still work. So that was all for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing for more such videos. I'll hope to see you in the next one.